What's up, guys, and welcome back to Things Garage. In today's video, we're upgrading the tires on the Tundra. Let's get right into it. Hopefully the wind isn't crazy, but I just got the tires in. They are RBP Repulsors, rough terrains, the rolling big power, as you can see here. Not sure about the name, but they are the 35's. They are 295 65 20s. They are for the wheels that I painted. So we will be getting these things mounted and balanced, and then I'll bring them back to the house and I'm going to be putting them on. It's exactly how the FedEx guy dropped them off. I mean, the tread pattern is pretty nice. Shouldn't be super loud, I don't think. Not a lot of wheel road noise, but we will see. We'll find out. There are my stock highway tires. They are 255/70s, 18s. I believe they're about a 31 or 32.1 inch tire, and this is a 35.1 inch tire, and it's about 11.6 inches wide, according to the tire conversion calculator thing that I use. But look at those things, man. They are going to look great. With the offset of the new wheels, the plus 50, I shouldn't have much rubbing, if I have any at all. It should be about the mud flaps, which obviously I can just take off, and maybe the skid plate, which I'm not super worried about. I can just bend it up. So, but this is what they look like on the truck. Man, these things are going to look freaking mean. But I'll bring you guys back sometime in the future when I get them mounted up, or whatever I decide to do. Maybe bring you guys with me. But there's a tire shop real close to me, about 10 minutes down the road, that I should be able to get these things mounted and balanced. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, so I'm coming back now from the tire place, and unfortunately I told the guys that I had just painted these and to kind of be careful. Well, I don't know if they just weren't paying attention, but the first guy didn't put any rags on the tire machine and chipped the rim, which I'll show you guys when I get back to the house. And the other guy had rolled the rim on the ground and it chipped the paint too, which sucks. And then the boss tried to come out and argue with me, but anyway, they were careful and used rags on the other two and didn't mess them up at all. So, but the guy ended up only charging me half for mounting and balancing, $40 for all four. So maybe it'll work out. Maybe I can patch these little chips up, but I'll show you when I get back to the house. I'm almost there now, and then we're gonna mount these things up to the truck, and hopefully it looks good. All right, I am back to the house, and this is the worst wheel that was damaged. So chip, 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 chip down here, chip over here. I mean, the guy just was not being careful even after I asked. You see there's scuff marks everywhere. Now, if you look at this wheel, there's nothing on it. No chips, no scrapes, nothing. After they realized it was chipping, that's when they started to be a little bit carefuler. But I'm going to go ahead and put these on the backs because they're going to be a lot easier. Just a simple lift, unbolt, and put on, and then I'll move to the fronts. But I'll probably just show you guys after I get to the fronts, because that's going to have the issues with like rubbing and stuff. So I'll put these on and then I'll show you guys. Okay, I got one side on right now, or one tire, one wheel. Man, these things look a hell of a lot different. So much more. Fill in this wheel well so much better. And there's a little bit of off balance because this side is still the stock wheel. Look at the difference in that, man. That is crazy. I'm going to get this side on and done, and then I'm going to pull it out and show you guys what it looks like. And then we'll flip it over and do the front. That's where I think I'm going to have the issues. Now I'm putting the chipped up ones on the back just because, I don't know, I just feel like it won't be as bad if they're on the back. So I'm putting them on the back, but my God, look at the difference. That's insane. Look at that. Look at that difference. Man, okay, I'm about to do the fronts now. This is where I think I'm gonna have the most issue. There's no problem back there whatsoever. I didn't think I was gonna have any problem back there. It definitely raised the rear end up quite a bit. I mean, at least an inch or two, which, damn, that thing is gonna look sick when I get those front ones on. All right, so the wind is probably going crazy. Let me turn it around, let's do the front. Okay, they are on and tight. No rubbing on the upper control arm whatsoever. And up here, definitely think I'm going to rub on this front mud flap, which I knew. I'm going to go ahead and get my wife in the truck and have her turn the wheel so I can make sure and see what it hits. But I think we're going to be pretty good with this front wheel. But god damn, do they look good. They look sexy. I'm going to get her out here and see where we're rubbing. So it's exactly what I thought. The rear, perfectly fine. Nothing hitting, no rubbing whatsoever on the rear. Now, obviously, I don't know if the vehicle's going to be articulating or like the shocks depressing and stuff. I may rub some up here, but I'm so far away, I don't think I'll have any issues with it. Up here is what I knew was going to be a problem. This front mud flap air diffuser thing, I'm going to take that off. It's definitely hitting that. And it might be pushing into this front plastic, which I knew would happen, and the skid plate, which I planned on bending that up, or shit, I could even just cut it off right there with an angle grinder, because I don't care about that little piece of skid plate right there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece off here, and then I'm going to attempt to do the other side, but before I put the wheel on, I'll take this front flap off and maybe try to bend this metal skid plate up and see how it looks. We'll see what it does here in a minute, but that's where I'm at for now. They are on. Everything else is clear. Nothing's hitting, rubbing, anything like that. So this is exactly what I thought was going to happen, but I'll do that and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so there's a little bit of rubbing up front. I'm pretty sure it's this plastic right here. So what I'm going to do, you can kind of see where it's hitting. I think I saw a couple guys what they did. There's a couple things I can do. Either push the bumper forward about ½ an inch or even less, or what I think I might do is just take a heat gun and kind of mold that plastic in. Backs look great, front looks great. Here's a little bit of poke. See what we got here. Not much, which is what I wanted. I mean, I didn't want much poking out at all. The front looks a little bit pokier. Yeah, look at that. That's exactly what I wanted for poke. I didn't want too much. I didn't want too little. Yeah, look at that. Man, I'm pretty impressed, if you can't tell, guys. I've been pretty excited about this since I got these things. I've been wanting to put them on, but damn, does she look good now. What ended up happening, I had my friend come over and he turned it and we drove around a little bit. I cut the skid plate. I tried bending it, but it just didn't work how I wanted it to. So what I did was I literally just came underneath here and the skid plate went kind of up like that. I just cut it straight down on both sides. And the only other spot I am hitting now is on this front piece of plastic right up here, and only when going in reverse. Now, I will say at full lock, going in reverse, I touch the sway bar just a touch. I'm not sure if you can see it in there. Right, that little rub mark is where I'm hitting the sway bar on both sides. Oop, guess I should probably pick that up. Just a touch on both sides. Now, when you're sitting flat, this side barely touches it at all. When you're sitting flat, it actually doesn't touch it whatsoever. But when you're turning and you know, just maneuvering about, it does touch it just a little bit. But my gosh, 35's make this truck look great. It looks like an actual truck now. I'm so glad. So what I've decided to do after some research last night, I think what I'm going to do is remove this little front flap right here and take it, cut it up, and then put it back. I found a thread on the Tundras.com, which I'm a really big fan of the Tundras.com. They have so much information. You know, I go there all the time. I'm on there looking at stuff quite often. But anyway, I found a thread from a guy that posted something similar to this on there. So I'll link it down below if I remember. But I'm going to take this off and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to do some cutting and scoot the whole plastic bumper on the bottom in about an inch. And it should prevent me from rubbing whatsoever in going in reverse on this front piece here, this front plastic bumper piece. Because I need maybe a quarter, ½ inch of clearance and it'll be fine. So if I could push that sucker in an inch, I'll have tons of clearance. But let me take this thing off, which is an absolute pain because these stupid clips here, I've broken almost every single one every time. So let me take that off though, and then I'll bring it over to the bench and show you what I'm going to do. If you don't remember from some of my other videos, these stupid clips that clip on the side are so frustrating. I've glued them back before, so I'll have to glue them again because they broke off again. I mean, they just, I don't know. The purpose of them is beyond me, the way they're designed. They just snap off every time because they're perfectly seated in there, and if you don't pry them just the right thing, they'll freaking break. Anyway, it should be 4 10mm bolts and 1 12mm bolt and one of these clips to get this plastic piece off. So what I'm going to do is this hole right here, I'm going to move it down to here, and this hole right here, I'm going to move it down to here. And I'm going to probably cut off, sorry you can't see, cut off this section so you can actually push the thing in. I'm going to go off exactly what the guy did on the forum. He basically just, like I said, took this hole and moved it up and took that hole and moved it up to here. So I'm going to go ahead and drill out some holes here and then maybe kind of just put it up against the truck and see exactly how far I could push it. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to his thing and look where he traced out this line. I'm pretty sure he kind of went up here and cut down so that you could force this thing in more, because it kind of goes against the side of the truck so you can't push it in. So I'll be right back. Got the picture that I'm referencing here. The guy did a bunch of cutting, but this is what he said, what he went through after the fact. So I'm going to cut this section out, cut this out, cut that out, cut straight across here, cut up, and then kind of up here like that. I'm going to use a grinder because it's going to be easy, quick to cut through this plastic, but it will be making a mess and it's loud, so I'm not going to put that on video. But I'll show you guys after the fact. I'm going to drill these holes and go with them. I'm going to put them up to the truck and then drill them, but it looks like it's just a touch above here, according to his thing, a touch above here and about an inch above here. So I'm probably just going to try to copy that and go directly above these holes and just go from there and see what happens. Because I'm not expecting precision here, so I'll bring you guys back when I'm done cutting. All right, here's the first cut I did. I think it's going to work out pretty good. I need to do a little bit more cutting. So right here, I cut this piece, and I don't think I actually needed to cut this, but I will be drilling a hole right there. And I need to drill a hole a little bit farther here, but in order to push this back, it's went in about 1/4 of an inch, but in order to push it back a little bit further, I'm going to have to come up here and cut this edge off so it goes behind the bumper. But let me cut that off so you can see exactly what I've cut, and I'll bring you guys back and test fit it again and make sure it works, and then I actually need to drill this hole, so I'll do that as well. After a little bit of cutting and maneuvering and wiggling and stuff, this is what I ended up with. I cut out this portion, so there's not going to be a bolt holding on here, but these two will still be here. And unfortunately, of course, this stupid bracket broke, so I'll have to glue this bracket back on. And then underneath here, I'll have this hole holding it on, plus I'll take this bolt that was right here and I cut this out and it'll wedge kind of right there holding that on, plus the top corner up here, little plastic. So I'm going to get this all back on and glue this piece back on, this stupid bracket, and then turn the wheels and show you how much room I got. After some struggling, I got it in, and we're going to do a test to see if it rubs. So I'm going to hop in the truck and I'll bring you guys a little bit closer and see if it rubs. Hopefully it does not. We will see in a second. I don't know why I'm yelling. I have a microphone, so you should be able to hear me no problem. Oh man, look at that. I have plenty of room now. Let me do a full sweep and I'll show you guys what it looks like on there. And now I'll show you what it looks like on the other side where it's rubbing. Here's the driver's side that I've not done yet. Okay, so I'm gonna literally do the same exact thing on that side now. I'm not gonna put it on camera just because it's pretty simple and I've already showed you how to do it, how I did it on this side. It made a big difference. I have probably at least an inch of clearance now. So shout out to the guy who made that thread on the tundras.com. It looks like his name is Net Monkey. So shout out to Net Monkey, this guy right here, that guy. So thank you for posting this. Made it a lot easier, and now I don't have to push my bumper out, which I'm not a huge fan of how the bumpers stick out when they are pushed out. I know it's just half an inch, but I like the way they sit now. But that's gonna be it for this, and I think what I'm gonna do is show you guys some B-roll footage now, and I will probably include, once I get the caps in, maybe I'll post it in after this, but I don't have them in currently. I had some custom-made caps made, so well, let me know what you think of the wheels, and we're gonna go to B-roll footage. Guys, that's going to be the end of this video. So wheels and tires are on. Kind of forgot to film this when I recorded all this, so it's kind of about 2 or 3, 4 or 5 days later. I don't know what it is, but it's freezing out here, so I won't be out here for very long, and it's super windy, so hopefully you guys can, you know, hear me fine. But if you like this kind of stuff, please consider subscribing. Let me know if you like these wheels and tires, because you know, I put a lot of time and effort into these wheels, and hopefully they look all right. There's those center caps that I got custom made. So that's gonna be it, guys. You know, like, share, subscribe, all that bull crap, you know, that I always say. Consider becoming a member if you want, 99 cents a month. But I'm gonna go back inside, guys. It is freezing out here. It's like 26 degrees, I think it said, and I'm in shorts. So all right, guys, have a good one. Bye.